For the fight fans joining us and the millions watching around the world. Out of the red corner.
Yes, ladies and gents, welcome back to In the Red Corner with me, Ross. I hope everyone's well. I'm still on a bit of a high, to be honest, from the weekend. I'm still buzzing from the show. It was fantastic. Tonight, I've got with me Big Rob Cunningham, who got a victory over Wayne Morgan at the Bkfc. He got a TKO at 1 minute and 3 seconds into the second round. A great performance from him. Probably one of his best performances so far in the Bkfc. And later on tonight at 7:30 as well. So just after this, I'm going to have Johnny Graham on as well. Also made his debut at Bkfc 40 in Leeds. So, but here's Big Rob now. I'll bring him in. Yes, man, how are you doing? Are you well?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Good stuff, man. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I was just saying there, I'm still on a little bit of a high from the weekend, to be honest. It was an unbelievable show.
Oh, man, what a weekend.
Yeah.
Cracking show, full of great fights. And yeah, it was fantastic, man.
It was. You were in the prelims. Did you manage to catch any of the fights afterwards then, or?
I think I missed the one after mine because I was backstage with the medics team, having the after-fight medicals. And then I may have missed the other one because I got put in an interview upstairs as well. So I think I definitely missed one. I might have missed two.
Yeah, unbelievable. Like you say, great show. So how are you feeling though, mate?
Yeah, great, mate. I'm fine. I've not a mark on me. A little bit tender, but it'll be all right in a day or two, I think. No damage whatsoever. So happy days, mate.
Yeah. As is always the case with you, Rob, you had a couple of opponent changes on the run-up to it.
I did, mate.
Wayne took the fight on 9 days' notice, so, I mean, fair play to him for that.
Absolutely, yeah.
A tough, durable lad who's fought BKB before, but he was making his debut in the BKFC.
Yeah.
He put on a good show, for 9 days' notice. I thought he'd give you a really good fight. But as I was just saying there on the intro, it was probably your best performance in the BKFC so far, wasn't it?
That's it, mate. Yeah, fair play to Wayne stepping in, saving the fight. I know we spoke before it. The fight and stuff as well. It was really good of him stepping in. He was game. He was a good opponent, mate. He really went for it. So I take my hat off to him for stepping in and putting on a show. I thought it was a decent fight as well. So, but I was very, very well prepared, mate. I was probably the best prepared I've been in my life. Even sort of, I was so focused walking out, and I've learned how to control my nerves a lot better now and stuff. And there was only going to be one outcome, one winner in that fight, mate, and that was me. And that's how it went in the end.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a little podcast on fight day. Thank you very much for that.
No, thanks for having me, yeah.
No, you're more than welcome anytime. You know that, mate. We talked a little bit of tactics off camera, how it was looking, how you thought the fight was going to go. And you told me uppercuts are going to be the key to this. And my God, didn't it work? You landed quite a few uppercuts on him, didn't you?
Yeah, do you know what? It's one of my best shots. I can generate serious power with me uppercuts. So I knew him being the shorter man, and the way he would have to close the distance and come in to get close to me, the uppercut was going to be there quite a lot. Even if it's defended with bare knuckle, you can defend it in gloves, but bare knuckle you can always squeeze it through. So it was a money shot for me, and like I said, I landed some good uppercuts on him. I spoke to Wayne obviously after the fight and stuff, and he was completely sort of drawn back. Every other fight I've had, I've sort of been on the back foot, trying to counter fight people and sort of waiting for them to come at me. But I thought pressure straight away, go forward, land my shots, let my hands go. And he said it was a scary presence in there. So he also commented that my hands were a lot faster than he thought they were going to be. Now I've got good speed for a big lad, mate. Like my hand speed's brilliant. Like so, the game plan worked to a T. Backing him up on the ropes at the end and putting the short hooks in. When I went to my corner, my coach Graham said, "I want you to back him up. I want you to back him up, and I want you to land." And that's exactly what we did and finished the fight.
Yeah, you had him on the steels.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't even really have him in clinch. You had your hand over the top of the rope and just little short left hands, just repeated short left hands. That finished him off.
Yeah, it was sort of like it was an MMA underhook. So I've got an MMA background, so I come under his arm and I rested my hand on the steel ropes. So it's very hard if you don't know what you're doing with a clinch or sort of grappling. It's very hard to get out of that position. So I knew once I had him pinned there, because of my size as well, it was going to make it very difficult for him to move. And then it was just sharp, fast shots in the same area. They don't look that powerful, but they hurt if you're landing in the same spot over and over. And like I said, he turned into one, the last shot, and that put him down to his knee. I even looked at the ref at one point and sort of like, "You're going to stop the fight?" Like, because I was like, "He's not defending here. Am I going to have to keep hitting him?" Because I was like, "He's not defending these shots. Like, I'm doing some damage to him here. Like, stop the fight." And he didn't say break, he didn't say stop, so I just had to keep going. And then there was one more, but as soon as he was down, I sort of knew it was done.
Yeah, great. Like I say, great performance, and your preparation, like you were saying, you were training with Thomas Almeida from the UFC.
I'd done a few sessions with Tom. I got up there for the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks of my fight camp, which was ideal, getting some rounds in with him, and then that group of training partners that he's got, they're all like heavyweights and stuff that of a high level. So it was brilliant to be in there with guys like that. It done me wonders for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So what do you see next for yourself then? I mean, there's the Newcastle show coming up on July 1st. So is that something you'd be looking at possibly?
I'm not sure yet. I'm having a little bit of downtime this week, just having some time now to myself with my missus and stuff like that. So I'm just having a little bit of a rest and that. And then I've spoke to Andrew Bakewell, the promoter, and I've spoke to my manager, Kevin Smith, about what's next. I want to go again in the summer probably. I don't know if it'd be Newcastle or the card that's towards the end of the summer. Either one of them can look at. Newcastle's probably not as likely. It'd probably be August, I imagine, which suits me fine. It gives me some good times to make even further improvements. Yeah.
And have you got anyone in mind for that then? Is there anyone you're kind of thinking you want back?
Not really. Like, I mean, I think the fight with Matt Shippen has to happen at some point, with it falling through twice. Both legit reasons for each one. I believe Matt still wants the fight to happen. He just wanted it pushed back, so maybe we can look at something like that. I mean, people thought I was big. Wait to see him. he's bigger than me. So that the whole reason I think that would work so well. Would have similar experience, and because of the way we both look, it'll be a proper spectacle for the fans. It'd be like two massive guys throwing down, and I think it'll just look amazing, and it's really good for the promotion. It'll have a lot of eyes on it. We can make it look really good. So I would like that fight to happen, but the ball's in sort of Bkfc's court, and then obviously Matt's as well. I've got one more fight on my contract, so I'm sure hopefully I'll be able to negotiate another one.
I'm sure you will, mate. I mean, you're 2-0 now, aren't you? So
yeah, that's it, mate. Two fights, 2 wins, 2 TKOs. So I can't really ask for better, really.
Yeah. So what does it kind of mean for you to win this fight?
Oh, I was buzzing, man. I was absolutely, I've been over the moon. I still am. Like, like my missus asked me the other day if I'm proud of myself, but I'm not. That's not the emotion I'm feeling. I'm sort of I've got this sort of ladder and this journey and this sort of progress planned out in my head where I'm going with this, and this is just sort of the first little steps. I'm just building and building, and I'm going to keep building until I get where I know I can go with it.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned there about the Smith brothers, Kevin Smith, Jackson Wink, management team. Is getting over to America something that you want to do?
Absolutely, yeah. I've had numerous conversations with Kevin about it. I just need to build my name up a little bit. I've put all over stuff about fighting Ben Rothwell before and stuff like that, and Greg Hardy Jr. and because I'm the only guy the same size as these big Americans over there, so it would be brilliant to get out to the States maybe this year. But again, it depends on the Bkfc and what they want to do. I know I'm not like a well-known name in America. Kevin's told me that there are obviously people aware of me now because I've fought on the show twice. But I'm not like sort of a household name within bare knuckle, so I'll probably have to get myself another win or two before I can look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the Bkfc are going to Wales at some point. I mean, you walk out flag. It's got Scotland on one side, Wales on the other.
Yeah, a bit of a hybrid. The story behind that, I was born in Scotland, but I've lived in Wales since I was 14, and I'm 33, so I'm proud to represent both nations. So yeah, I believe they're doing the card in Cardiff though, so believe it or not, that's like nearly as far as London for me from where I am. Like, so I wouldn't be a local fighter on the show, but it'd be nice to fight on a Welsh card because obviously I'm sort of half Welsh, if you like. So
yeah. Did you get to see the main event?
I did, mate. I watched it. Sat down. I was stood right down at ringside watching it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. When it was like the atmosphere in there was something else as well. But there was like two large groups of fans for each lad, and it was just it was some fight. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but wow, it was well worth being the main event. It was just unbelievable, and I know both lads. I get on with both lads. I know Danny a bit better because I've met him numerous times at shows and stuff. So I can just congratulations to Danny Christie and well done to Anthony Holmes as well for putting on a good fight.
Done to both men.
Two warriors. I followed Danny Christie's story quite closely from what he's come back from and stuff. So yeah, I was chuffed for him, mate. It was nice to see, and yeah, the fight was unbelievable as well.
Yeah, there's a few heavyweights in the division kind of coming up. Aggie Faulkner.
I know Aggie as well.
Yeah, nice lad, really funny lad.
Yeah, he's good.
Obviously Mickey Terrell at the top of the heavyweight pile there. Jack Draper, a name that's been mentioned before about you maybe having a fight with Jack. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of people coming through. Not looking past Shippen if you get to fight him next, but who would you say you would want after that? Are you looking to try and get onto the top spot? Maybe go for Mickey or?
I'm not like disrespecting myself in any way or anything, but Mick Terrell's been around the block. I think he's 7-1 or something like that. So I don't think I'm anywhere near getting a fight with Mick at the moment. Mick's in line for the world title shot. I know Mick as well. We get on with him really well. Good fella, hell of a fighter as well. Obviously, he's sort of the top of the pile in the UK. So obviously, I want to get to the top of the pile. That's the whole point of me doing it. So these fights, all the names you've mentioned, great lads, great fighters, will all end up fighting each other, I suppose. So I'm just going to take one at a time, see what gets offered for the right money, the right time, the right opportunity, and we'll build on that. Just work my way up that ladder.
Yeah. Obviously,
there's some very good fights there in the UK, though. I believe there is some very good fights to be made, so it'd be interesting to see. I'm guessing there's quite a lot of other names that are going to come through as well in the heavyweights, but I've put myself in good stead with 2 wins and 2 fights. So
absolutely. And Jack's in training camp now for Newcastle. Will you be going to the Newcastle show?
It's quite far away for me.
Yeah.
It's quite far. I might do. If I can. I think it's in July now, isn't it? 1st July, is it?
1st of July, yeah.
If I don't get offered the fight on it, then I might pop up and watch. It'd be nice to go to one to watch without.
Yeah, as a fan.
As a fan, I didn't get down to London in February, so. I may do. I may go up and have a look at that, but it's quite a bit of way for me to travel. So
yeah,
possibly, mate. Yeah, if not, I'll watch it anyway on the app and stuff.
Yeah, brilliant. Listen, Rob, thanks very much. Have you got any sponsors or shout outs that you want to give to your gym team, coaches?
I haven't got my sponsor t-shirt on me, mate. I'm useless at this. All my sponsors know who they are. I'm not going to list you off because I always end up forgetting one. But yeah, all my great sponsors that back me are brilliant. And then obviously like my gyms, Trident Mixed Martial Arts, all my coaches and training partners there. Graham, my boxing coach, who I think you met when we were up in Leeds. And then Diva Boxing Academy, my coaches and training partners there, my sparring partners. And then obviously the lads up with Aspinalls as well. Great group of guys. And then just the usual, mate. Mrs. She was at home for the weekend watching it because we got the dog and she had to look after the dog. So she does loads for me, allowing me to go away to these different places and follow this sort of dream. I wouldn't be able to do it without her support. And then, yeah, man, friends, family, the lot. Yourself for having me on the podcast and helping me get my name and having a chat and stuff. It's just great work, man.
It's my pleasure, honestly. It's great to have you on. You're more than welcome anytime. Thank you very much for your time, mate, and speedy recovery. Even though you seem pretty okay,
I'm good to go, mate. Yeah, I'm good to go. I'll be in bags and pads by the end of the week. I've literally no cuts, no bruises. I've literally just got a little bit of a sore arm, but I'm good. I'm good to go.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see you out there soon and keep in touch, mate. Let us know how you're getting on.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, we'll jump on if I get anything sort of through and to talk about fight wise. I'll give you a shout and we can have a chat about it.
Perfect. Good man. Thanks very much. Well done again.
Thanks Ross. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for having me. Top man.
Big Rob Cunningham, everyone. Rob the Beast, gentleman. Fantastic performance, probably the best performance he's put on in the Bkfc so far, and really nice fella all round. Coming up next at 7:30, I've got Johnny Graham, who made his Bkfc debut, like I said at the start of the show. So stay tuned for that, everyone. Thanks very much.
For the fight fans joining us and the millions watching around the world, out of the red corner,
On a podcast, we'd like to thank our show sponsors, the Gentry Barbers and Tattoo Lounge, Funky Gums Mouthguards, Vandella Phone Repairs, and The One Who Follows.